We're rolling. Oh boy, here we go again. Another episode of American Jew coming at you. I'm Jordan Ferber.
I'm Jonathan Randall.
We're so excited to be coming at you from the Lower East Side once again.
Yes, using this amazing studio, and we're so excited to be doing another episode talking about all things Jewish.
Yeah, it's good to get together and just kvetch and kibitz a little bit. We're going to maybe get a nosh after this. Who knows?
You know, I watched some video, a Kanye video, don't hold it against me. And, Kanye was talking more about, how he's Jew. And we are just Jewish.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, wow, Kanye. I never, thought of it like that or whatever. That I guess, in Africa, they were the original Jew. And then the Jewish people kind of co-opted, and that's why they're Jewish. But Kanye's crazy. I don't know, but I just thought that was, weird that he said it.
I know, he really is trying to really push that thing with the semantics. It's no, I figured out, word-wise, why I'm a pure Jew, and you're just Jewish.
Right, which is a joke many people have done before. Come on, Kanye. Are you sampling other people's material now?
Such a hack.
Totally. But, unfortunately, Kanye wasn't the only anti-Semitism going on. Anti-Semitism out of Chicago. And isn't Kanye from Chicago?
I think he's from that area. There was an elementary school, Jewish elementary school, that a bunch of anti-Semites jumped onto the school bus just to yell at a bunch of Jewish kids.
Yeah, to yell at 12-year-old kids. They weren't even bar mitzvahed yet.
Right.
At least wait until they become a man and then tell them how horrible they are for being Jewish.
Right, at least wait till they have enough money to hire a lawyer.
So anyways, that's really disgusting that, that is the type of environment that I feel like, the basketball player and Kanye that they put out in the world, where, people think that's acceptable, that's even cool to, do that to Jewish kids and jump on a bus and, make Hail Hitler signs or whatever. And it's completely ridiculous and it's horrible. And anti-Semitism sucks, but I guess one of the upsides to it right now is people are realizing how bad anti-Semitism is, and we just had the midterm elections, and a lot of people apparently voted. A lot of Jews in America, they voted Democratic for the Democrats because of they fear Trump and MAGA, and they think that what they've done is one of the reasons why anti-Semitism is so relevant right now, and it's on the rise. It's because of the crap they do.
I mean, we were talking a little bit about this last week. I think, the fact that this anti-Semitism does kind of bring people together. It unites us in a way against a common threat and a common enemy. And I think that it's a silver lining type of thing. But
well, unfortunately, not only does it unite Jews together, but it unites these haters together, too.
Yeah.
But apparently 76% of American Jews believe that Trump and his allies are responsible for the spike in anti-Semitism, and a further 74% believe that Trump and the MAGA movement are a threat to Jews in America, which I think is something we've been saying forever, which is something we used to say, back before the American Jew hiatus, that, Trump was a problem. And it's crazy because there are a lot of Jews who support Trump. A lot of Jews think that Trump was so great for Israel, so they give him their undying affection. When the truth is, Trump doesn't care about the Jewish people. He just cares about himself, and he will use Israel or whatever he has to get votes.
It's really sad that people on the right don't actually see how transparently Trump does that. I mean, it's really...
No, he's made anti-Semitic remarks.
Yeah, he's come out and said...
He's not a friend of the Jewish people. He just, plays one on TV, kind of.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole thing is, he tries to appeal to... He's used a lot of these anti-Semitic stereotypes about Jews by saying, well, you have lots of money. Why wouldn't you like me?
Right, or that we don't care. We care more about Israel than America.
It's really sad that he sort of just uses these stereotypes as facts. And
well, he uses any lies that further his own, imperatives. That he, that's one of the big problems with him, in my eyes, is that he makes people think the lies are the truth and the truth are the lies.
It's not even just about Judaism. I think it's really there's a lot of xenophobia and a lot of anti-immigration stuff. There's a lot of anger and
a lot of anti-white stuff, a lot of white supremacy. That
Yes.
is kind of something that, like, Trump fuels the fire of. A lot of his supporters are into it, and it's awful and it's crazy. And
I mean, they always say that the only thing that allows evil to triumph is for good people to do nothing. And
Right. Great quote.
there's that whole thing about first they came for these people and I did nothing, and then they came for me, and it's like you have to look at the ways that the right and a lot of these Trump people are, all these MAGA people are trying to divide us and to vilify certain groups, immigrants or Jews,
The Jewish people, yeah.
So it's really I think that all the rhetoric that Trump and these people have used has brought a lot of the people that agree with them out of the woodwork and made them feel a little bit more brash about saying that stuff out loud in public. I mean, it's too many articles that say they said the quiet part out loud.
Absolutely, it's horrible, and I'm glad people are like waking up to it. And I was glad to see these kind of statistics that 3 out of 4 American Jews voted for Democrats. And I guess 2 of the key issues were because they're worried about democracy itself, which Trump is a threat to, and many of the Republicans are as well. And of course, the abortion issue, which is something that is kind of, interesting that Jews are more supportive of having people have the right to choose. And I think it's because Jews don't believe that life really happens until the baby is born.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of philosophical and ideological debates about conception and whatnot, but I think it's important to recognize that we all have. I don't know. I think.
But Jews and Judaism has more of a progressive ideals about it, and they usually fall on a woman's right to choose,
correct,
opposed to no.
I mean, it's also
pro-life stance, which American Jew believes women have a right to choose. I believe personally, and I think the podcast does, and Jordon as well.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to always prioritize the life of the mother, even though even in case across the board.
I'm not trying not to make any jokes right now.
Why, you don't have a lot of respect for the life of the mother? Or are you talking about women that you've impregnated?
Oh wow, I haven't ever impregnated anybody.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there's one girl maybe that I met in Prague that I had unprotected sex with. That sometimes I'm like, what if she's pregnant and I have a child out there, and we never exchange information or whatever. But other than that, no, I've never impregnated anybody. But speaking of all this anti-Semitism and stuff, I just showed Jordon a video that was sent to me. That I think is worth talking about as well. Which when the basketball player, when Kanye, when they're dropped by their sponsors, people want to be so quick to be like, oh, you see, it's true, the Jews control the media, But the truth is, there are plenty of other people that have been dropped from their sponsors, have been canceled, have lost their jobs or whatever because they made bigoted and racist remarks. Not necessarily even about Jews. They could have been about gay people. They were about African American people. And it's like people aren't so quick to say, oh, look, the gay people control the media, or African Americans control the media. No, but when it's with the Jews, it's like the Jews control the media.
I know, it's really kind of, people jump to that really quickly. But the fact of the matter is I think if you really do any research or think about it as a regular human, like a real human being, from any critical thought standpoint, no corporation or brand wants to be associated with people that are hateful or bigoted. So it's...
Nor should they. I feel like that's a good stand. I guess I have my own views about commercialism and consumerism and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a big fan. But at least these brands are trying to do the right thing where they're not supporting hate, which they shouldn't do.
Right. I mean, maybe, Kanye is going to be picked up by Chick-fil-A at some point.
Who knows? I hope not.
People want to go boycott Chick-fil-A, but nobody can really stand to really boycott those sandwiches. Apparently that chicken sandwich is...
right, but no one's like, oh, Christians control the chicken.
Right? Yeah.
So I hurt my back, Jordon, so I guess...
The most Jewish thing ever, right? Complaining about your back.
I'm feeling extra like an old Jew, or I hurt my back. I don't even know how I hurt it. It's horrible. I don't want to kvetch too much, but I feel like people are asking me hey, Jonathan, how's it going? How you doing? And I don't know how to say not say I hurt my back.
Oy, my back.
Oy vey. My back is killing. I don't even know how I hurt it. I was just like running across a light, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, why? And then people are like, oh, you're old. I'm like, oh God, like don't say that. I'm like, this is horrible. It's really an excruciating, horrible pain. I'm trying to live with it. I don't know what's the acceptable amount of like ibuprofen to take, but I've surpassed it already.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but the back of the bottle tells you how many is appropriate. Do not exceed this many in a certain time period.
Oh, okay. I guess I never trust drug bottles.
You don't believe everything you read on the drug bottle?
No, I do not believe everything I read on the drug bottle, okay? I just pop as many as I feel is acceptable.
All right. I mean, I'm not...
I got to get something stronger. I got like some 600 milligram ibuprofen and some other Advil. I'm like, what more can I take for this?
I don't know. I mean, marijuana helps me. I think marijuana...
Yes, I didn't want to smoke before the podcast, because I wanted to be here for the people and it's really present.
Yeah, you feel like if you smoke pot before coming to do the podcast, you're not nearly as sharp?
I don't think I'm as sharp. I don't know. I feel like, I'm just like high. I don't know. I feel like I want to give the podcast more respect, than like getting high before. I mean, we're filming this in the morning, like in the afternoon when we met, so it wasn't like it's late in the day. Like I feel like I could go the first couple hours of the day without getting high and getting ready for the podcast.
So responsible, Jonathan.
I'm trying now that I'm all grown
up.
up, ever since I got beat up by pro-choice protesters. Even though I am pro-choice, I have been turning into a Republican and becoming more responsible. But one thing I didn't mention when we were talking about the whole, Jews voting Democrat and stuff, is the only people apparently American Jews like worse than Trump is Mitch McConnell. And I think it's because they all want to circumcise his neck.
Okay. I like it. He does look kind of like a dick, so.
Yes, he does. He is a dick. Anyways, another thing I guess I wanted to talk about was this guy Itamar Ben-Gvir. I don't even know if I pronounced his name right, by the way, but I don't care because I don't feel like he deserves to have his name pronounced right because he is a schmuck. This is major proportions. So this is the guy that they're calling the kingmaker in Israel.
Right.
He's right wing extremist. He's not a good guy. First of all, in 2007, he was convicted for supporting a terror organization and inciting racism, okay, which isn't good. And they want to put this guy in charge of the Israeli police around Jerusalem, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
This guy is not a good guy. We were talking about it a little bit last week. There's so many things. And, but they're saying it's because of him that Netanyahu is now back in power. And, now they have this ultra-nationalist, right-wing religious, government that's going to be happening.
I mean, I feel like a lot of Israelis, it seems to me, were voting for Netanyahu, as the lesser of two evils. Going to the ballot box, all right, I guess...
Well, no, I don't think that who was lesser of evils because the other coalition was Yair Lapid. I feel like, first of all, a lot of Israelis are against Netanyahu coming back, that are against this guy, Ben-Gvir or whatever. They really dislike him. They're really unhappy that they're taking over. And from what I understand, just from what people have commented on some of the videos that I've made online, they didn't win the popular vote.
Right.
It's kind of the same situation that happened, when Trump won the election. And it almost is parallel, I think, having these extremists now in the Israeli government to what's going to happen with Trump. Apparently, is going to announce his election next week or running, and it's going to, if we have another extremist, which he is, in our government, which is unfortunate. So anyways, this guy Ben-Gvir, his kind of protege was this radical rabbi, an American-born rabbi who, became a rabbi in Israel, who was named Meir Kahane, was his name, who was on a terrorist list, by the way.
Yeah.
He was a horrible guy. He was convicted in New York, where we are right now, for conspiracy to manufacture explosives.
Yeah.
And he was convicted for plotting to blow up a Libyan embassy in Brussels. This was this guy's mentor. This is this guy's fucking mentor. So anyways, this guy had a memorial, I guess, on Thursday. And Ben-Gvir spoke at the memorial. And
wow.
And everyone's like, this is who our new government is? This is who the guy who got Benjamin Netanyahu elected? This is horrible. This is crazy.
It is a little backwards. Definitely moving backwards. It's tough, I feel like it's so weird too because Israeli politics is such a hot button issue over there. I mean, Netanyahu wants no part of a two-party
Two-state solution, right? Which is what we believe in.
You know, it's such a hard thing because I feel like,
and most American Jews believe in a two-state solution too.
I think it's just crazy that people want so badly to identify only the two sides that want to obliterate the other side. That there's not a lot of politics that goes out of its way to point out the people in the middle that want a two-state solution.
No, exactly. And also, I think there are so many Israelis, so many Jewish people who are so quick to point the finger at Palestinians, at Muslims. Terrorists. They're terrorists. It's terrorists. But when, this guy, Meir Kahane, who was labeled by the U.S. as a terrorist, people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about how, his protege, Ben-Gvir now, is going to be part of the government.
Yeah.
And he has ties to a terrorist party. He was a terrorist. He's done such shady and horrible things, this guy.
Well, at the very least, I guess, as a silver lining, as an American, whenever I feel like our democratic system is totally falling apart and we're up Schitt's Creek, at least you can look at the Israeli politics and be like, well, I think we're doing pretty good.
Well, yeah, it definitely seems they are moving further away from democracy. I know a lot of people, Israelis, they like to comment on videos, Israel's the only democracy in the Middle East. But are they? Because they seem to bend democracy a little bit towards their will and what they want, especially when it comes to the oppression of the Palestinian people.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there may be the only group out there that has a good PR team for their democracy.
I mean, they definitely want to put it out there, but it's just, they're sound bites. Only democratic, country in the Middle East. Oh, the most moral army in the world. It's bullshit.
Everything is sound bites these days.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's where we live.
Yeah, everything is digestible in 30-second and 1-minute clips, and
be sure to check out our clips on Instagram and on YouTube and on TikTok.
That's right. We're on the TikTok.
We're on the talk.
I don't know about you, but I'm at the age where the TikTok is the first app that I have to put the in front of. So it's the TikTok for me.
Okay, I guess I'm not there. I just call it TikTok.
Right.
That's
you're
the first one?
No, but you're big on TikTok.
I don't know about big. I mean, there are girls just shaking their ass. I got millions of followers. I mean, I'm just trying to make the world a better place, and I can't even get 100G. So if you aren't following me, please do.
Yeah.
What else did you want to talk about today?
What else did I want to talk about today? I don't know if I had anything else Jewy to talk about today.
Okay, just Gentile stuff?
I mean, we're New Yorkers, so it's pretty much everything that happens in the city is pretty Jewy, right? Just like Lenny Bruce said, if you're from New York, no matter how goyish you are, you're Jewish.
A little bit, I guess. I mean, I'm proud to be a New Yorker and be living in New York City, and there is a lot of Jews here and a Jewish history, and people associate different things with Jews, whether it's the bagel or of course the lovely Katz's Deli that's just right around the corner.
Yeah, I mean they used to call it Jaime Town. That's what's his name called New York back in the day, right? Jesse Jackson.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing.
It wasn't for him. It was,
no, he was being the original Kanye or whatever.
Yeah, it was only three channels at the time.
Was not being good at all. Let's see. I was out in Target. I noticed that the Hanukkah merchandise is out.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they had some Hanukkah merchandise getting ready to go. The Hanukkah Harry that they have.
All right.
And I saw some other video of some rapper taking a top out of his pocket and being like, yo, I got a dreidel, my love for the Jews. And I was like, dude, that ain't a dreidel, that's a top, all right?
Some people cheat.
Very different. Don't be trying to get in our dreidel-ness.
I think that's kind of interesting to think that there, are people that are sampling Jewish culture in the rap community.
Hey, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I know a lot of people do have problems with that these days when, they do think that you're co-opting, the culture if you're, wearing certain things or doing certain things, and they take a lot of offense to it. But personally, I feel like if you want to Jew it up, Jew it up.
I know there's such a fine line between appropriation and appreciation.
Right? I feel like people want to jump to appropriation, but I feel like it's more important to do appreciation. Oh my gosh, there's a Jewish guy right outside right now trying to talk to some people. I don't know if he's trying to get them to...
It looks like he's giving them directions.
Oh, okay. I thought he was trying to like get them to wear a tefillin or something.
Oh, yeah, it is Friday.
Yeah,
this
is.
is the.
I mean, I don't know. It's Friday the tefillin day. You wear tefillin every day, but I think maybe he is just trying to.
But Friday's
help.
the day that they look for Jews to help do tefillin.
Oh, is it? It's like we got to get these mitzvahs in before Shabbat.
Right. That's how they always get me. It's like, so I've done tefillin on the train a couple times. Where
Really? On the train?
Yeah, they like cornered me to do it because where am I going?
I mean, you could say no.
I tried to say no, but where am I going? We're on the bridge. We got enough time. He was like, let's do it. I'm like, all right.
Oh, okay. Hey, you're a good guy. When's the last time you put on tefillin?
I mean, it's been a couple of years.
Okay, so this hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, it was pre-pandemic.
Because the way you're talking about it made it sound like it was more recent.
Well, I've gotten better at keeping my headphones on and my head down, so I don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I
haven't been wearing headphones a lot.
I mean, I always say, New York City, if you make eye contact with somebody, that's a red flag. Like that person might be crazy. If they.
I think we all have to be crazy to be living in New York City, right? Oh, the people are now waving to us outside.
I don't know. I like to joke. I like to say that New York, we have the best crazy people in the world, and you can spot the real crazy people here better than anywhere. Easier than anywhere else. Like you walk around Middle America, hard to figure out who the crazy people are because everyone on the street smiles at you.
Okay, I've been trying to smile at everybody myself.
Do you?
I think it's the way to go. Yes, I'm really trying to create that more of an environment between myself and people, and I feel people like it. Puts people's guard down when you smile at them. It's like a human condition or something almost.
Well, I mean, it depends. If you're walking down the street and a stranger is smiling at you and maintaining eye contact, like that's kind of creepy.
Well, you don't have to be weird about it. I'm not like even like it's not a stare down contest with a smile. It's just a little smile. So if someone does make eye contact with me, then I do smile at them.
Right. I don't know.
Some positivity. People need smiles.
I agree, but I feel like New York is one of the few places where when you smile at a stranger, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy?
Oh, no, for sure. I used to have a joke in my act about it, like, what the fuck are you smiling at? Like, oh, sorry, thanks for shopping at Old Navy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think there should be more, nobody likes being told to smile more, right? I think that's pretty...
No, I think especially women don't like that.
Right.
They don't like being told to smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have plans for Shabbat?
I'm going to the Knicks game.
Okay.
Gonna probably have a prime rib sandwich.
I don't know if that doesn't sound like the typical Shabbat celebration.
No.
Is the sandwich gonna be on challah bread?
It is not. It's on.
Rye at least.
It's not on rye either.
Oh, I feel like rye is the second most Jewish bread, right after challah, or would you go with matzah? What do you think?
Well, matzah. Yeah, I would go with rye. I think rye.
Rye is pretty Jewish.
A seeded rye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a pretty Jewish bread. But the prime rib sandwich is sort of like on a...
I know, you mentioned the prime rib sandwich last week, too. You love the prime rib sandwich.
I'm all about it.
I can't tell whether you like going there to watch basketball or eat the sandwich more.
It's a toss-up, I think.
It's a toss-up. Okay.
The sandwich never disappoints. The game often disappoints.
It often disappoints.
Yeah, I've been to, I was at a game last week. The Knicks were up by 20, and then they lost by 20. Highlight of the game was Highlight of the game was when a guy hit a half-court shot to win a new car.
Oh, hey, that's exciting.
That was exciting.
What kind of car did he win?
It was a Kia Telluride SUV.
Not so exciting anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you won something. Oh, it's just a Kia. That's not too good.
I mean, it's a
I didn't win the
car.
$2 billion lottery. I was pretty upset about that.
Who won? Was there a winner?
I think it was somebody in California. And, just speaking of, like, huge windfalls of money, I think that's, like, a thing that I have an issue with anti-Semitic stereotypes, which is, like, Jews control the media or Jews have a lot of money and stuff, because I don't have a lot of money. I had to get a job. It sucks. I don't control the media, trying so hard with podcasts and acting and comedy and everybody. I wish I had more control over it, or any of the Jewish people that I did so like they could help me. So when someone says to me, oh, the Jews control the media, I'm like, fuck, well, where are these controlling media Jews and why aren't they hooking me up?
Yeah, seriously. Do you have a direct number?
Right? How do I get
any
in
of these
contact?
Jews?
Who are these Jews?
Who are the ones, maintaining the dial?
Right? Why I didn't get that good part of the Judaism, I'll get in on that. I'll celebrate that. I'll fast for that, or eat some apples and honey for that, or whatever.
You know, they say the Jews run the media, but the fact is, I know I'm paying too much for cable. So
Okay, right? I mean, I do have free internet, but anyways.
yeah, it's all about that bundle.
Oh, you got the bundle? No, I got this other internet. That's
That's how they get you, is with the bundle. I actually cut the cord. I don't have cable.
Good for you. Who needs it? Everything's streaming.
I'm only paying for the internet. I'm overpaying for the internet, probably.
Okay, I got free internet. Mesh, it's called. You should try to get it.
Well, we're going to talk. What is it?
It's Mesh.
Mesh.
Mesh, it's called. Like, it wasn't totally free. Like, you know, I give them, like, you could give them a donation every month or whenever you want. And of course you could pay, I think it's like $250 when they set it up or something. But if you pay the $250 once they set it up, you never have to pay anything again.
Is there a free Jewish internet service called that they give away for free called Mensch?
Maybe that we could start one.
What a Mensch!
The new Mensch internet.
Yeah,
you're getting on, but you just got to do good things while you're online with it.
You know, it's like the whole thing. They're coming out with the Mensch on a bench, right? It's like the elf on a shelf.
Are they coming out with that?
I don't know if it was just a joke thing that I saw.
Okay, I mean, hey, this sounds like we should get into merchandising, and we should make the Mensch on the shelf. New from American Jew, the Mensch on the shelf.
It was the Mensch on the bench.
Oh, yeah, Mensch on a shelf doesn't even rhyme. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I was thinking. I'll blame it on my back.
That's definitely going to be blamed on the back.
Not thinking straight because of this horrible back pain that I have. It's such a horrible pain. I've never had such bad pain. I don't know. I feel like it's no, it's really sad to be like, I feel like, you know, right now, like, my weekend's a little ruined because of my back pain.
You're going to have to get, like, a heating pad for your mattress?
Like, my days are bad. I'm like, I had all these fun plans I want to do, and I'm like, I can't. You know how horrible it makes me feel to be like, hey, sorry, can't go out with you because my back hurts.
Yeah.
I hurt my back. I'm just some old Jew that's complaining all about my back.
He no longer has KY jelly or lube in his medicine cabinet. It's all Ben-Gvir and lotions for your ailments.
I need to get some
arnica. Get yourself some arnica. Some Arnicare, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wish we had some more Jewish things to talk about that are
topical gels. That's pretty.
World.
Listen,
I wish we had topical Jews.
Listen, I just complaining about the weather and about our backs. This is
right. It's rainy. My back hurts. I'm not one of the Jews that control the media. I'm like, we're just gonna turn this into like the kvetching time or something.
Well, every episode just does devolve into a little bit of kvetching at the end.
I guess. I mean, I feel like I try not to kvetch too much, except for the Israel's treatment of the Palestinian people, but.
Well, I'll just say this. I know that we're trying to get more people listening. We hope that you guys are enjoying the show. We hope that we're connecting with you. If you're gonna kvetch at us for a little bit, let us know how your back is doing. How's your back?
Yeah, how's your back feeling? If you have any remedies for back pain, please let me know. I really gotta fix my back. God, it hurts so bad. In the meantime, we are at American Jew Podcast on social media, on the Instagram, on the TikTok, on the Twitter too. We don't really use Twitter that much. And now with Elon, who cares? I don't care about Twitter. But definitely check us out and check out our YouTube page where you could watch the podcast and not just listen and see our beautiful faces, even though Jordon feels like I'm like powering him in the frame.
I know I should be on that side and you should be on this side so that we would look like we're the same size, because you're already bigger than me. But now in this from perspective.
You want to force perspective the American Jew Podcast thing?
Whoa.
But so definitely check us out on all social media. You could check me out on social media at Jonathan Randall, and you could check out my new podcast, How You Like Me Now.
Oh, really? New podcast?
Yeah, new podcast.
How You Like Me Now.
That's it.
I like it. You can follow my podcast as well, my other podcast, Where's the Grief? And you can follow me on Instagram. My personal page is Beatnik Nutnik. Hello. We're going to figure out something with his back, but see you guys on the back end.
Yeah, I hope you guys will be back next week and my back will be better.
Yeah. L'chaim.